Today, we are painting a handful of heads with the Army Painter, True Metallics, and Effects paints. These 3D printed heads or helms are from the Great Vault Helm Kickstarter by Print Legend Studio. Do check out the last hours of this Kickstarter. I will put the link to the campaign in the description below. Anyway, in this video, we will paint a platinum helm, an old bronze helm, and an old rusty iron helm with Army Painter metallic paints. Lastly, I will show you how to use the top blood effects and make them look extra realistic. So, join me as we quickly paint a handful of heads from Print Legend Studios' The Great Helm Vault Kickstarter with the Army Painter metallics and effects paints. I'm Don, welcome to my channel. This channel is supported by all these awesome brands. Also, special thanks to the Army Painter for making this video possible. Oh, by the way, don't forget my affiliate links and discount codes down below. They won't cost you extra, but you'll get some good discounts. Lastly, do check out spraygunner.com. They've got everything you need for painting, from top-of-the-line airbrushes to high-quality paint brands. Now the business side is out of the way, let's paint. We start this video with the painting of the Platinum Helm. Unlike the other two helms later, I painted the Platinum Helm on my 360 turntable terrain base. I primed the helm black and glued it on the base. I only used 3 paints for the painting of the Platinum Helm. I started with Heavy Metal from the John Blanche paint set. Heavy Metal is a very nice, dark, silver-colored paint. It is not too dark and not too silvery. After 2 thin coats of Heavy Metal, we paint with Mithril. Mithril is the brightest silver paint of the Warpaints Fanatics range. Mithril is our highlight color. After painting the silver paints, we apply a quick coat of wash to tone down the bright finish a little bit. I decided to use Pine Hollow Shade from the new John Blanche paint set. You may use Military Green if you have yet to get the new John Blanche paints. The Army Painter washes are nice and thick out of the bottle, so I thin them roughly at 2 parts wash and 1 part water. I also applied the wash even over the terrain to simulate a shadow. Now, we paint an old bronze or brass helm. We start our painting with Abyssal Blue from the Deep Green Blues Triad. This color is our underpainting. I painted Abyssal Blue in 2 thin coats. Our next paint is Greedy Gold. This gold paint has very good coverage, but in hindsight, I should have used Weapon Bronze for a more bronze finish. After painting Greedy Gold with a dry brush, I painted the same color over the perceived highlight areas. Once happy with your gold or bronze painting, we apply a sort of wash with Verdigris Effects paint. I thinned the Verdigris paint with water at around 2 parts paint and 1 part water and applied it along the crevices of the helm. After painting with the Verdigris Effects paint, I wanted brighter highlights on a few crevices. I used Amulet Aqua from the Teal's Triad and painted a few sections to add more depth. If you're liking this video, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Now we paint my favorite helm from Print Legend Studios' Kickstarter. I decided to paint this particular helm with an old, rusty iron finish. I love this helm so much as it reminds me of Uruk-hais from The Lord of the Rings. We start our painting with Banshee Brown from the old John Blanche paint sets. I thinned the base colors, roughly around 3 parts paint and 1 part thinner medium or water. Our next color is Camo Brown from the historical sets. This is a nice orange-brown color that is very saturated. I painted Camo Brown in a very sketchy manner to add texture to our painting and to give the helm a nice rust finish. Once happy with your rust underpainting, we paint some silvers to look like scratches. We used Heavy Metal for the fat edge highlights and scratches, and eventually painted finer scratches with Mithril. After painting the silver scratches, we stipple some grim rust effects from the John Blanche paint set on some areas of the helm for a more rusty finish. These helms, or heads, are perfect to add variation to your warband or army. But I decided to just glue them on my terrain base and add blood effects for a nice presentation. The Army Painter blood effects are awesome, but painting them in different variations will give you a more realistic look. I almost always paint dry blood first before painting the more transparent true blood on top. I use less dry blood since I find it a bit too dark to my liking. True blood painted straight from the bottle is nice, thick, and glossy. The finish and the color of true blood, in combination with dry blood, give a nice depth to your painting. Now, to add more depth, thin down true blood into a wash consistency and apply generously on some areas. To finish off your blood effects painting, let the effects paints dry and then apply a thick coat of gloss varnish on top to add more realism. Now, before my final thoughts, a huge thanks to all my patrons at Patreon. As mentioned earlier, you can get these cool helms or heads via the Great Helm Vault Kickstarter by Print Legend Studios. These helms are great to add variation to your warband or army. Hopefully, you appreciate the helms even though I presented them in a gory manner. Also, hopefully, I was able to show how good the metallic paints are from the Warpaints Fanatic range by the Army Painter. I don't paint with these metallic paints as much as I should, since I do not paint armies or even smaller warbands in this channel. But do tell me in the comment section below if you want to see me paint more metallics and even effects paints. Obviously, this is just a promotional video for the Great Helm Vault Kickstarter by Print Legend Studio. But I enjoyed painting these helms in tabletop standard and placing them on my 360 turntable terrain, complete with some blood effects. That's it, Pansit. I hope you like this video. Do comment, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Until next video, guys. Bye!